Alright, we're up in the loft.
This is the loft.
This is the loft. Looks like Kayla's working on a little story or... Oh, you're doing more pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, light bulb, window, all the normal stuff. A little couch and a table on this end. And we just got some storage garbage over in the corner there. This half we have a bed, a dresser, bed, dresser, window, and one of Kayla's little toys, you know. In the summertime we let the girls sleep up here. We don't do it in the winter. Strictly out of my paranoia, to be honest with you. I don't want two girls up here when we got a wood stove going directly below them. If anything ever would have happened and there was a fire, I'd never get them out of here. So this is a place for them to sleep in the summertime. Or play in the winter. I don't know if they're playing up here, but you know, as long as me or Debbie are awake downstairs. So what you got going there, kiddo?
A dog.
Oh, a dog this time? Let me see. Oh, yeah. You're starting to look like a dog. Cool. Say bye.
Bye.
Alright, we've got apples being peeled and cored, and I'm going to get us an apple pie going today. See if she can burn an apple pie in the stove.
No, don't say that. Cross your fingers.
I know. We haven't used the stove really for very much.
I've done a little bit of baking in it, but I've never done a pie.
No, it's so hard to regulate the temperature, and you have to open the door to see what the temperature is.
Did you actually show them the stove? What we're actually using? That it's, you know, like 100 years old plus?
Yeah, it's definitely antique. It's half wood, actually. If we get the flue hooked up, we can use the wood half also. It's half wood, half propane. When we light it, we'll show you. But we're not ready to light it yet.
Almost.
Almost. I don't think we have a lot of propane left, so we're going to wait till the last minute.
Yeah, but it does take a while to get up to temperature, so we can't wait too long.
Right.
It doesn't heat up quite as quickly as the new stoves.
No, definitely not. A lot of
But
cast
as
iron
far
to
as
warm
the
up.
burners go,
Oh, they're power
they're
burners.
much more powerful than newer stoves are.
Right, even our good stove at home.
You have to be very careful not to burn your food.
I don't know if this is on or not. Oh, it's on. I see the blinking light. Had to use Debbie's phone. Mine's all full. But she's making up the pie crust. Got some apples.
Apples are all ready to go. We've already got our cinnamon, sugar, and flour mixture
Yep, some
ready to
silver
go.
bowl there. Oven is lit. Kayla's making racket upstairs.
And the pie crust is a very easy recipe. It's just flour, salt, shortening, and then once we do this and get it all crumbly, we're going to do water. And I think I need a little more shortening though.
Show them that tool you're using there. What do you call that?
This is a pastry blender, and it's really in bad shape because it's really old. This was...
Is it as old as you?
Much older.
Oh,
this was my grandfather's.
It's antique.
Who was a baker by trade, and it went from my grandfather to my mother, and now it's mine.
It's still going.
And I would be lost without it, because they say you can do this with two silver knives, two butter knives, but it does not do the same thing. It doesn't work as well. So, I like my pastry blender. I think we need just a little more of this. Not quite enough.
Alright, we'll be back when she's rolling it out.
Won't be long.
Won't be long?
Nope, couple minutes.
Okay.
Let's move this chair.
We got flour all over the table. See the mess she's making? It's terrible.
You want apple pie?
I do.
Then we need a mess.
Oh, okay. Just take some of the, what do you call that now? Is
Pie
it
crust.
Pie crust? It's not dough, right? Different?
Well, it's dough, but it's... You could call it pie dough or pie crust.
Gotcha.
Whichever. Now, I know most people probably don't do this when they do a pie crust.
Don't do what?
I like to flatten it out some.
Oh.
before I start the rolling pin because it just seems to work better.
I think most people buy pre-made pie crust at the store. But...
Well, that's just nasty.
Okay.
My mother would roll over.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too much flour because it'll actually make your pie crust become tough. But you need enough that you're not going to have it sticking to everything.
Got the pie plates ready?
Actually, all I got to do is grab it out of the cupboard.
Okay.
You don't, with pie crust, you don't have to grease them because there's so much shortening in the crust itself that it doesn't stick anyway.
So you're going to put a little flour on the rolling pin?
Flour on the rolling pin so the rolling pin doesn't stick to the crust. And you want to get this as thin as possible. This is not a good surface compared to what I'm used to.
Right.
Normally I do this on the counter at home because it's higher and it makes it a little easier.
I'm sure it's flatter too than a
Yeah, this is a pretty beat up old table.
old metal table. Yeah.
But don't have that here because our countertop has seams in it here.
Yeah, it's all wood. You don't want to get that on the wood.
And no, I need to get a pie crust mat. You can get a dough mat that you put down on your counter first. It's not really as thin as I like it, but I don't know if I can get it any thinner here. So we're gonna go with it as it is.
One pie plate.
Mama!
Hold on,
Yeah,
Pete.
sweetie. We're recording.
Oh.
No, let's hope this comes out right. Ah, it's sticking to the table. Oh, no.
Old metal table.
I don't like this.
No, that's sticking bad.
Yeah, I know it is.
Rookie.
I'm not a rookie.
Thought you knew what you were doing.
I do. Just
Slide
need
the
my
plate over
countertop
for
at home.
That's a good excuse. I'd go with it.
Look, mister. You've seen me do this 100 times at home and this doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Smart aleck.
Yeah.
What are you doing, kiddo? Please don't hit me in the head. Even if it is fun.
Yeah, this is not how I normally like it. Not happy with this at all.
Mama, look it. I made another one.
Very nice.
Her name's Allison.
Allison.
What is it?
Kayla's making lots of little fairies.
Oh, she's cute. Yep, she's a flyer. Alright, should we come back when you fixed your mess here?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You're patching holes, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of. Oh, no, I just put another one in there with my fingernail.
I'm sure it'll taste fine.
It'll be fine. It'll work out in the end.
Can I make little cookies with the dough?
No, we're not playing with dough out here. It's too much of a mess, Sweet Pea.
Please.
Alright, we'll talk to you guys in a minute.
We'll be back.
So what are you doing here?
I've got one layer of apples in here. And now we're going to sprinkle the mixture of cinnamon, sugar, and flour. You need the flour because without it, it won't congeal and you'll have a really watery pie. And I know this looks like a ton, but it's really not. Then after
you regulate that depending on what kind of apples you use, right?
I do. These are 20-ounce baking apples, so they're more tart, so you need a little more sugar with them. But these are actually my favorite apples to use for pie. Now we're going to put... Whoops, too big. Some... Oh, come on, really? Get out of there. Put some pats of butter, because that's going to help your sugar melt better. And then we're going to put another layer of apples. And normally at home I use a big bowl for this, but I've just kind of realized I don't have any big bowls out here. I'm going to have to
Use a big bowl for what?
to put the apples in rather than paper plates,
Oh,
because that's
right.
kind of a waste, but
Yeah, it is.
I...
You're getting more on the floor than you're in a pie.
No, I'm not getting more on the floor than in the pie, but I have got a couple on the floor. That's right, we'll clean those up in a minute.
So you do this, then another layer of the
Yeah, and I think that's
stuff.
going to be high enough. I like to make them kind of mounded because the apples cook
Give
down.
a side view there. See how tall that is? You can't now. Hands run
Oh,
away.
sorry. Well, the apples cook down a bit, so you
Yeah.
want to kind of pile them up. This is the hard part. Trying to get the second layer of sugar on without it going everywhere. You know what? I should not be doing this on the counter because it's going to get in the crevices. Let's move. Put you here.
I'm getting hungry. How many pies did you make that one winter? That one Christmas?
Thanksgiving, I think it was.
Oh, it was Christmas. Was it Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is when I usually go crazy with pies. Yeah. I made like, oh my god, I don't know, all different kinds. I made apple and pumpkin and
Many of each, right?
several of each. And blueberry and raspberry and banana cream and...
Well, Christmas time. How many
Christmas is when I usually make all the cookies.
all the cookies, yeah, we do lots of cookies
And
at
I
Christmas.
make,
Now, how many
German
cookies do you
Christmas
guys think
kuchen
is...
as well.
Yes, she has a lot of... Actually, her family is from Germany, so she's got a lot of old German recipes, which are pretty good. One year we did over 4,000 cookies, didn't we?
Yep. The most we've ever done was, I believe, 4,600 cookies.
4,600 cookies, and needless to say, I put on weight. Need
Yeah,
more
so
butter
did
on
everyone
the
in
top?
the family, because that's our present to everyone, is they all get, each household gets a big cookie tray. And I also make homemade English Christmas pudding.
Yep.
No offense, I don't care for it myself, but my
I'm
mother...
English and don't like it either.
But
so.
my mother-in-law and my father-in-law both love it, so even though it takes 13 hours to steam, I still make it for them every Christmas.
A little more butter on the top now.
Yep, one more batch of 4 little pats of butter. And it's actually good that our butter is not really soft out here because it's cold in the cabin overnight. Because this would be a lot harder to do if it was soft butter. That's good enough.
Well, now I gotta make the top crust.
Now we gotta do the top crust and put it on there.
Alright, well, we'll be back when we're ready to do that. Alright, see you in a few days.
Okay.
Alright, got the top crust on. That one went much better.
Yeah, it did.
Practice makes perfect.
Kind of out of my element too. I don't have everything I normally have at home, you know.
Well, that's
Like the
what,
apples took forever because I had to slice them by hand. At home I'd be cheating and using my food processor.
Sure. Well, that's what makes a good baker, I guess. Excuse me. Years ago, they didn't have food processors.
Nope. They peeled them on their own.
So what are you doing there? Making a mess, I see.
Yeah, I just made a hole in it.
You need shorter fingernails, girl.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I usually cut them all off just before baking season. This is breaking and it doesn't usually do that. I need it. A little more Crisco, maybe, even still. Some people use a fork and just like press down the edges of the crust to seal them, but I like them fluted, so I do this.
Looks nice. Holds the,
Holds the filling in so that it doesn't...
Well, don't you paint the top of them too?
I do. We'll be showing them that in just a minute. That's a trick that not everybody does with pie crust, but it's something that my grandmother taught my mom and she taught me. So...
Your grandmother or your grandfather?
Or my grandfather, yeah,
Oh.
rather. Excuse me.
You know what?
Alright, well now I'm going to clean this mess up and mix up my egg and milk mixture and then we'll show you that too.
Okay, we'll come back
We'll
for
be
that.
right back.
Alright, so what are we doing now?
Okay, this is a mixture of just egg and milk that I've, you know, kind of smashed up. And I don't have a whisk here, so we used a fork. And then we're going to take this pastry brush and we're going to paint the whole pie. And you don't have to do this when you make a pie. It's not something that you need, but it gives the pie kind of a shiny browned color instead of just being almost like a dull gray. Pies come out if you don't use it. And my mom and my grandfather always said presentation is part.
Presentation?
Yes, it has.
Presentation?
It's the same word, husband.
Okay.
You want your food to look as good as it tastes.
So you don't want to burn it then, right?
No, we don't want to burn it. So I'm going to have to watch it like a hawk because I'm really nervous about it burning in this oven.
Yeah, go to all this trouble and it's liable to burn that stupid old oven.
It better not. It better not.
I'll eat it anyways.
The only problem is I don't think it's quite cold enough out if we want to pick up some vanilla ice cream to have with it for dessert.
Yummy.
So we can have pie a la mode.
Pie a la mode? What?
That's pie with ice cream. Pie a la mode is pie with ice cream.
Moose a la mode. A moose eating ice cream.
You're crazy. And we just go around and paint the whole thing.
Put a couple slots in.
Yeah, I'm going to do that in just a minute once I get it all painted because we paint the whole crust. It makes a big nasty mess.
Got a big lump on one side. Looks like you got it.
It's the butter.
Oh, it's a patch of butter. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That will go away.
You're dripping it all over me.
I always drip it all over.
Show
I'll
Nisha.
wash the table when I'm
This
done.
is Nisha the fairy. Her wings are tucked inside her hair so you cannot see them.
Oh, too close right now.
Oh, this is messy.
Alright, well, she's just going to put a couple slots in the top with a knife, and then it goes in the oven. That's it, right?
That's it. And let's hope that it comes out looking nice, because if not, you won't be seeing it.
We'll delete all these little bits right here. No, we're going to show you anyway.
Oh, God, do we have to?
Yes, we do.
All right.
We got to get used to this stove, this oven.
I have done small baking in it. I made dinner in it, and it came out fine. Remember I made baked chicken and stuff?
Yeah, that was good.
That came out good.
I'm just afraid we're going to run out of propane halfway through.
We better not run out of propane halfway through this pie, because if we do, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, now, I need my knife. And we're just going to put one in the top and a couple on the sides here.
And what's that for? Let steam out?
Lets the steam out so that it doesn't, your pie crust can actually split and get creepy if you don't do that.
Gotcha.
And we're going to put this on top of a cookie sheet because I'm pretty sure it's going to bubble over apple yuck, and it will be all over my oven if I don't. And just to say, you know, this is an old oven, so it's not self-cleaning.
No. Well, yourself is going to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. I don't want to have to deal with that kind of a mess. So now let's see what the temperature's up to, because I'm not even sure what the temperature's at in this thing right now. And as you can see, we have a really small kitchen.
Yeah, I know, I got to move a chair out of the way.
Okay, according to this, it's only at about not even quite 250.
But that's not right.
However, that's never right. So up here we are at about 310. Still not up to 350.
I think it's close enough. The bake time will just be a little longer.
It's supposed to be 350, but we'll try it like it is and see what happens.
I think we need to. We're going to run out of propane. That thing's dangerously close to empty.
Ouch. Alright, get over here.
There it goes into our dark oven.
I know, there's not even lights on these ovens. I have to use a flashlight to check things. Alright.
Alright, we'll be back.
Bye.
I've been doing a little bit of wood splitting. Got a nice little pile started there. It's all over the floor too. It's going to take me a bit to clean this mess up. Michaela's not interested in stacking firewood outside today. A little too cold maybe, I don't know. Nice and warm in the cabin. She just wants to stay in there. That's fine. I took all the good hard maple out of this side. All those logs there are all pine. They're dry. We could burn them, and quite frankly, we probably will, but I saved them for an emergency. Don't like to burn the pine inside if I can help it. Still got all that up there. That's all maple. So I'll take this stack here, this pile here, stack it up nice and neat. Put the covers back on it again. I cover it up with some scrap plywood. And here are the axes that I use. One's it's just a 6-pound splitting maul. Got these nice little wings on the side of it. See the shape of that? I take the bigger logs, and I at least break them into smaller pieces with that. And this is just a standard 2.5-pound axe. It's actually listed as a 2.5-pound boy's axe, whatever that means. I guess I'm a boy if I use it. Works great for splitting firewood. Fairly short handle. I can swing that thing around pretty quick. Alright, I'll update you when I'm done stacking. There we go. Nice neat pile. It's not a lot. A couple face cord. Certainly won't last through the winter, but you know, I'll keep us going for a little while longer. I got 3 standing dead trees that are very close to me. Well, just the other side of the cabin. One's right over there, and there's one right just down through there. But like I said, standing dead, already seasoned, dry. Maybe not super dry. It's been rainy and wet. But if I would have split those, they'd get me through the winter. So, we know what I'm doing in about a month. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, guys. Pie's done.
Looks like a pie.
Sorta. It's not as brown as it normally comes out. But it took 3.5 hours to do this in this oven.
Right.
So.
Doesn't get hot enough.
No, normally it takes about 1.5 hours to cook a pie in my oven at home. So, we're looking at like 2 hours longer than normal. Yep. And I also have been busy making this. Ooh. So we will have a nice beef stew with some bread and butter and then pie for dessert.
I'm hungry.
You hungry?
I am.
All right.
And I've been busy splitting firewood and
taking a nap.
I took a nap on the couch. Yes, I did.
And I missed my chance. I should have taped you while you were snoring.
Yeah, well, you missed it. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Hey, guys. Well, it's Saturday night. It's early still, but we got a nice hot fire. And it's a little warmer out tonight. The girls are sitting over here relaxing with me.
Oh.
Can't see either one of you. Kayla's got something around her head. Yeah, she's pretending she's a bunny.
Pretending to be a rabbit.
Nibble, nibble.
Oh, we got a nice warm fire. No rain or snow or sleet tonight.
Already had a nice bowl of stew.
Yep, we had stew.
And apple pie.
Kayla ate apple pie. Me and Mommy are saving ours for later.
I like apple pie.
Oh
no, my ears fell off. My ears fell off. Show them.
Honey, they can't see that. It's too dark.
It's alright. Just relax.
Well, my ears fell off.
Yeah, her ears fell off. So you're not a bunny anymore? Does that mean you be quiet now?
No.
No? Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Nibble, nibble.
Yeah.
I've had just enough time. And why when I come into my kingdom, there's a ring on your little finger. I
Can't remember the words.
He's holding my hand in town, said he'll love me forever. Who would have thought forever could be severed by the short life, a short life? Well, I've had just enough time. Cut.
Snow.
Put on your best boys, and I'll wear my pearls.
still plugged, I can hear it.
It is.
Yep. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain.
Probably snow.
Traveling for a time that you're really gonna need 'em. Oh, sharp knife of a short knife. Just enough time. So put on your best boys, and I'll wear my pearls. If that's good, we.
Good morning, guys. Well, it's Sunday morning. Guess what? We ran out of propane. Got another light on here so you can see what I'm doing. We have to cook our coffee or heat our pot water up on the stove, which I assume is going to take a little longer.
Too long.
Yeah. It's not too hot. See how take the little, what do you call it? The little cover here. Take that little cover off, and the coffee pot fits perfectly down in that hole.
Can you tell he hasn't had his coffee yet?
Yes, I haven't had my coffee yet. Also found a tick on my arm this morning.
Yeah, which is not cool.
No, it's not. Why don't you show him that spot? It's really bugging me. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the second one I've had on me in the last couple of weeks.
It's right here.
It's starting to swell, it itches, it hurts.
Yeah, we gotta mess with that.
Damn things.
Nasty buggers.
But ticks in this area can have Lyme disease, so I gotta keep an eye on myself, I guess.
Well, it depends on the type of tick it is. The deer ticks are the ones
The
that
deer
have Lyme
ticks have the
disease.
Lyme disease, yeah.
So we need to try and figure out what kind it was.
Yeah, well, I squashed it, so it's gonna be hard
Doesn't
to tell
matter. I
now.
saw what it looked like. We'll look online when we go home.
Yeah. Never had a problem with ticks before, and all of a sudden, the last 2 weeks, I've had 2 of them on me. Granted, I spend a lot of time in the woods, but still, I wasn't expecting that.
No, it's rather concerning.
It's kind of creepy, really. I was splitting firewood yesterday, and I took my jacket off, and I rested it over a sawhorse that I have out there. It might have gotten up in my jacket when I was doing that. Hear that? Coffee? Starting to heat up.
I'm getting working on the rest of it.
Alright, guys, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Alright, guys, we are done for the weekend. Cabin's cleaned up, packed up.
I'm in the back seat.
Kayla, of course, is in the back seat. Mama's driving. Next weekend is opening day of deer hunting and bear hunting season. Hopefully, we'll have something to
put
film.
some meat in the freezer.
Right. Get some freezers filled back up. We're just coming down our little driveway here. Out to the main access road, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, that's about all it is.
Yeah, it ain't much. It goes up to a couple more cabins.
You'll have to take them on a ride up there sometime.
Yeah, good idea.
See the rest of the hill.
There's 2 more cabins up the hill. They were both built by the Amish. Those guys cheated and didn't do it themselves. We did ours ourselves.
No, they were on there. The shells were there when they bought the land, right?
Yeah. They're beautiful cabins.
Oh, very nice.
Wish we had the money to do something like that, but someday.
Hey, I like our little cabin in the woods.
Yep, so do I.
It does just fine, and I can bake a pie in it, too.
Can you see the cabin through the woods? We're up behind
There
it right
she
now.
is. Well, you can see her better now this time of year because the leaves are off the
Yeah, you should be
trees.
able to see a little bit of that white primer.
Mm-hmm. Next spring, we get a coat of paint on her.
Yep. Hopefully the money will be flowing again next spring and we can do some more work.
That would be lovely.
But, there's that other hill over there. That's obviously not our property on that side of the road.
Yet, we own some on that side.
Well, down around the corner,
Once we get a little further down.
Yeah, we do own both sides of this road once we get around this corner here. A lot of times we'll see a deer as we come around this corner. They tend to hang out down here. Hey, they hang out everywhere. You never
I
know
just
where
want
they're
them to
going to
hang out where you're going to see one next Saturday
Well, I'm
morning.
hanging in a tree.
Yeah, there you go. Hanging in a tree, ready to go to the meat cutter.
Yep.
And then we'll have to do a video making some homemade venison sausage, Daddy.
There you go.
We haven't done a video making sausage yet. We need to do that.
There's a big down tree right up here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It's a big beech tree that the storm took down this spring.
Man, that's some good
Right
firewood,
there.
baby.
Yeah, and it's up off the ground most of
Yep,
it.
so it's not going to rot.
Yep. It's on my list of things to do this
to
winter.
do.
Yep. We're
Cut
gonna
up some
need
more
Yeah,
firewood.
we're definitely gonna need the wood.
We'll definitely do a maple syrup video this spring, too.
Right. There's a little cabin at the bottom of the hill here that's for sale.
Yeah, but he's asking way too much
Yeah,
for it.
but you could get it for less than he's asking.
Not
And we just
much.
got off our property now. Now we're on, this is just access road for anybody else that owns property on this hill. Can you see the main road down at the bottom here?
Real pavement.
Real pavement. That's a maintained road, which is nice. We don't have too far to go off the main road. There's that other little cabin, very small. I think it's even smaller than ours.
Oh, it is. It's much smaller than ours.
But it's got electric, it's got a septic system. You could live there year round. Actually, he does. He used to.
Not anymore.
No,
I don't know. I
he's
haven't
getting
seen
older.
him in
He's
ages.
handicapped, actually. He's,
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Oh, watch that rut. Oh, you're gonna go to the left a little.
I'm trying.
There you go. Beautiful. Main road. Clear sailing all the way home now.
That's it. Be back next weekend,
Yep.
Kevin.
Hopefully we'll have some deer hanging in trees next weekend.
I hope so.
Talk to you later.
Bye.